Good afternoon. How you doing today? Because I know it's almost time for lunch and people have been going out to take their lunch already. I know you guys have been wondering why we're late on this news review today. It's just talking about what's going on in Nigeria. You know, we have to fix some things before we can come on live. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, but you can call me Sidon J. And this is news review on WYTV. I'm not in the studio alone today. I'm in the studio with
Ambassador Rochime Orilua, son of the prophetess, the man where is every weekend.
All right, you know I will do it on news review every day, every weekday. This is where we talk about the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. Then we go on a short commercial break to come back and talk more on some of the headlines. So today I'll be starting with Punch newspaper, but before then, let me tell you the sponsor for the show is Nokpa Abals and Kim Victor Nigeria Enterprises. So let me start with Punch newspaper. I've done nothing wrong to warrant impeachment. Fubara. Importers return to parallel market as Naira rebounds. Rivers youth protest governor's planned impeachment. Missing Benue children rescued from Rivers medical doctor. Then on Vanguard newspaper, NLC, TUC, NECA to federal government. Halt fall in Naira value. Judges must be evaluated annually. Atiku. Hamas-Israel war could lead to increase in oil price, agricultural products. World Bank. Alleged cybercrime. Court adjourns Naira Marley's case. Then on Daily Post newspaper. Use executive power to run Wike out of town. Bwala tells Fubara. Ohanaeze calls for restructuring of INEC, says Igbo political future lies with youth. Retire from politics, Ohanaeze tells Atiku, hails G5 for sinking his lifelong ambition. 2023 Ballon d'Or award to commence 6 p.m. Nigerian time. These are the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we're back, we'll talk more on the headlines. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere.
Nokpa for management of power.
Kim Victor Nigeria Enterprises say make I give una this information. Una with the sell foodstuffs, with the sell noodles, with the sell oil. And one major distributor Honeywell, Golden Penny, King's Oil, Gino, and so on and so forth. And vanilla that she sort of buy. You feed the collect market, they pay for RAM small. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń bá wa dòwò pọ̀ àtàwọn oníbàárà wa náà jẹ́rìí wípé Kim Victor Nigeria Enterprises tested and trusted kò dẹ̀ sẹ́lẹ̀gbẹ́. Oya make una dey come to shop 2 Awolowo Market Shagamu Ogun State. As una dey buy una market, our motto don tanda gidigba to carry una load go una doorstep. And we no dey put extra charges. Kim Victor Nigeria Enterprises, fast and trusted.
You welcome back from that short commercial break, and that's our sponsor, Nokpa Abas, that produces Nokpa Abba Bitter, Abba Flusher, Abba Tonic, Abba Powder, and every other product coming out of Wisdom Yard Nigeria Limited is on point. So you guys should try it and give me feedback in the comment section that, oh, I've tried this and it really works. And don't forget that Kim Victor Nigeria Enterprises is there to sell all kind of food stores. If you want to get it, just go to their doorstep. You will get it there. All right, sir. The first headline we're going to be looking at is about this Governor Fubara of Rivers State talking about him not doing anything to warrant impeachment.
Well, if the governor has come out to say that to the old Nigerians, I believe it is those people that are living in the state or those that are his executive that are in the best position to defend him that he has not done anything to warrant this impeachment. Let him go back home to the House of Assembly, the State House of Assembly there. I believe that things should be sought out the way it should be. And the issue of impeachment, when was at least the governor was just elected not few months, I think few months ago now.
Yes.
So what could have warranted the impeachment? Automatically, there must be something that has been might have been fishing undergroundly, which they need to call themselves and settle amicably before coming to the whole Nigeria. In fact, it's going to be an embarrassing thing to the democracy of Nigeria for somebody who has just been elected as the governor of a state for just few months, at the end of the day, hearing the word of impeachment from his people.
Well, the embattled governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, has declared that he has done nothing to warrant impeachment by the State House of Assembly. Don't forget that yesterday we saw news of the burning of the House of Assembly in Rivers State, you know, and people said maybe they want to do this is to ploy people going into the house to, you know, to second the impeachment, like to sign, to talk about it in detail.
The way it was willingly that people went there to set that place and be their place.
We never know what caused the fire.
Let those that are in charge do the investigation and bring the investigation to us.
Well, Fubara said today, while addressing his supporters at the Assembly complex, shortly after the House members, led by Speaker Martin Amewele, convened to begin the impeachment process against him. Let them come out and tell Rivers people the offense I have committed to warrant any impeachment, the governor said while addressing his supporters at the Assembly complex. He added, let me assure the people of Rivers that I will continue to ensure that you get the dividends of democracy. At the appropriate time, I will address the press. The governor, who assured the people of the state of getting the dividends of democracy, said he will speak on the matter at the appropriate time. Then the Punch had earlier reported that there was gunshots and firing of tear gas within the Rivers State House of Assembly complex today, as some lawmakers sat to begin an impeachment process on Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Well, I think this thing is, people are relating this occurrence to Wike has hand in the impeachment of this governor because he's not trying to, you know, act on the instruction of my brother, the former governor of Rivers State, Wike. Well, I'm seeing it like, you know, godfatherism in Nigerian politics has been rampant these days. I think the youth that are getting into politics now, they are not familiar with the fact that you have to be under someone as your godfather in politics before you can move on with what you're doing. Because if you check, the last time someone did that in Lagos State, talking about the former governor of Lagos State, Governor Ambode, you know what happened to him? I don't want to go deep into that.
Okay, so let me come in. I believe the youth, according to what you said, the youth that are moving into politics today should be able to do their visibility study on the politics that they were moving in. What are the rules? What are the regulations of the politics that they are going into? If you are ready to abide to the rules and regulations, then you go into it. So in the issue of godfatherism here in Nigeria, it has been rampant in Nigeria. I believe if we are going to change the system, it is the youth that will rise up and change the system, because if you are not under somebody, I believe you won't get there. Because somebody must introduce you to the people that is going to vote you in. And I believe the person that is going to introduce you might have much influence in the life of the people that is asking in their hands to come and vote for you. So if that should be the case, automatically let the governor of Rivers State come to the drawing board. Let him come to the drawing board and see what he can do. If truly you want to, you don't want to act on what your godfather is saying, it's better you quit politics or you quit the seat than to be there, and then argument will be coming day and night. Then if you are there and you are not on there, if you are there and you are not focusing on what the river people are demanding from you, how do you want to drive the...
So this issue of River State is not coming from the citizens of River State. People love the governor, but the house is, it's against the governor.
For instance, now when you look at Lagos State, according to what you said, well, if you recall back, that people love Ambode, based that Ambode was a friend to the masses. Ambode favored those people that voted in. During the Ambode, there was a time, long time ago, that I said the best governor so far we would have in this Lagos State is Governor Ambode. Governor Ambode was the one that is acting on democracy. All this last man, he had to put last man to where they belong to. He put road safety to where they belong to. He put a VIO to where they belong to. So all this attitude of tout from this last man official here in Lagos State, during Ambode, then it was reduced. There was nothing like that.
Well, still talking about the problem going on in River State, the governor is telling the citizens. He said after what they are doing inside the house, they should come out and tell him the exact thing he had done to warrant impeachment. And I see the house
is coming out.
Yes, it's not like they are not coming out. You see what happened this morning? There was tear gas shooting and all at the outside the complex of the House of Assembly. And I want to say, why would they do that to a governor? Because if you check the video, you see how they are spraying water on the governor of the state, which is not supposed to be like that.
Somebody might have behind this matter, and I want to beg the old Nigerian. I want to beg because I want us to see Nigerian politics. The whole world are watching us. Do you know we just claim a victory on the issue of Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Then the rest, they are watching us. They are watching us. Let us act the way we are supposed to act. Why should the whole house, if they don't have any skeleton in their cupboard, should be spraying water on the governor, the governor of number one citizen of that state? Who is the person in charge that is backing them up?
Well, you know, when we're talking about backing up, you see, godfatherism cannot be, set out of Nigerian politics as of now, because all these are people in the federal level. They pass through some stage of godfatherism, and they expect that from the young politicians. Now, I want to say this, talking about our own President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he has shown this to one of the governors in Lagos State. Now, I want to, is this how we'll continue? Because now I saw, if you check on Channels Television, something happened this morning. The news is going, the video is going viral. One will see a shifting of APC. APC having a problem with Rufai saying. And
if you could see the video very well, the man in question that came on board, that was brought to that studio, has nothing in his head to deliver, because it was a simple question that the guy was asking. The guy was not rude to him. The presenter was not rude to him. How come the whole issue now escalated to the extent in which the man, in fact, it is a very, very shameful thing to the whole world, because the whole world are watching.
Exactly.
Not only Nigeria, that you could go to the extent of saying is embarrassing you. Why the question is straightforward.
A very straightforward question.
In the area of dollar, the guy was asking that the dollar is tanked. Okay, what can you say to it? Then you were saying that it was not President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that removed the subsidy. Why the guy said why the president was being elected? He was the one that said during his own regime, fuel subsidy is gone.
Exactly on the day of inauguration, Tinubu said it, that there is nothing like fuel subsidy. Fuel subsidy is gone, and everybody understand that. But then, this is what I'm trying to say. You see, if the power of godfatherism is not in this man, he would not have talked to Rufai like that, because he's feeling, I want people to know the difference between culture and law. There is law and there is culture, and because of the godfatherism, that was what led to Obasanjo talking to Obas of Yoruba land the other day when he went to Oyo State for something. If Obasanjo is not the one that put all these Obas where they are, he wouldn't have said what he said to them then. But then, let's leave that and go back to River State, talking about Wike and governor of the present governor of the River State, talking to the house that, okay, what is my offense? What have I done to warrant the impeachment?
When the guy was sworn in, if I could remember, the day he was sworn in, he said he's ready to abide to the law of River State, to the law of the government, that he will always seek the advice of Wike whenever he's taking a step. That's what the guy said. And if the oldest thing have turned around now, I believe the guy should be able to go, according to what I said, should be able to go back to his drawing board, call the governor. This is exactly what, if he doesn't have any disagreement between with the governor, the former governor of River State. So please, the whole world are watching the democracy of Nigeria. Don't let this Nigerian be named the name that we have never given to Nigeria. So please, let us put things the way it should be done.
Well, the governor of River State has promised that he had promised the citizens of River State that he promised them dividends of democracy, and is ready to serve them the way it's supposed to be. But you know, sometimes when the house is not supporting you because you are not following their motion, you know, it will lead to misunderstanding. I think that is what is going on. But now I'm saying this, I'm not supporting the governor and I'm not supporting the house. What I'm trying to say is this governor is standing on his word that he needs to know the reason why they are planning impeachment.
You know, in Edo State, it also happened in Edo State. When Oshiomhole brought Obaseki, you know, it was this guy then. Obaseki contested with Ezeyamo. Ezeyamo was a pastor. You know, Oshiomhole was the one. You see, at times, all this godfatherism, most of their speech, they always make mistakes at times whenever they go on the campaign. It's because they are full of lies. You don't understand what I'm saying. That's why they don't normally go back. I believe their media should be able to record one or two things, and one of those, some of the points that they have been able to bring out when they are campaigning to the people, the promises they made to the people. If the media has been telling them, this is what you people said, this is what you people said. When Oshiomhole was campaigning for Obaseki, he said they cannot commit the treasury of the state in the hand of this guy Ezeyamo, that Ezeyamo was a thief. Then Obaseki came on board during his first tenure under the umbrella of APC. Now the second tenure, maybe there was a disagreement between Obaseki and Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole now went ahead to go and bring Ezeyamo. The same sector, the same man that you said is an armed robber. You wanted to now bring that man who was an armed robber according to what you said, who was a thief according to what you said when you were campaigning for Obaseki.
Maybe he has repented. Maybe he has repented.
He has repented to come and be the governor of that state. That was the reason why Ezeyamo, Obaseki defected to PDP. PDP welcomed him.
So, you know, according to the godfatherism you're talking about, you know, that's not our topic for today, but we are just digressing, you know. In Ogun State, you know, we have a former governor of Ogun State, which is former governor, Senator Ibekunle Amoso. He wanted to act as such when he was removed as the governor.
Everybody wants to do it in their own state.
Exactly.
Because they
bringing in Akilade. Exactly.
What Tinubu did in Lagos, that he went off with it. That is why you see them forming cabal to be government. They will be the one dictating, okay, this money that is supposed to go. You remember when Fashola was the governor of Lagos State? He also had the same problem. Fashola wanted to deflect to PDP then,
yes.
Before they gave him the ticket. The second time the tenor ticket was not given to him in time, because they knew Fashola has a lot of crowd at him. The Security Trust Fund, I'm sorry to have chipped in this. Fashola said it on national TV that the Security Trust Fund that needs to go to Security Trust Fund, that will be given to all these Iyalojas, which is for Security Trust Fund. That is what he was trying to put right. That made them to quote him wrong.
Well, as we are still on this review, if you're just joining the live, it's news review on WYTV, and this is where we talk about some headlines that made up the newspapers of today. All right, the second headline we are going to be looking at today is this Ohanaeze. They told that Atiku, they said they'll retire from politics. Ohanaeze tells Atiku hails G5 for sinking his lifelong ambition. Well, the Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohanaeze Indigbo, has called on the 2023 People's Democratic Party PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar to retire from politics. Ohanaeze said Atiku's lifelong ambition to become president has come to an end.
Yes, if they are saying this, they have a point of saying that. Me too. My advice to the ex-VP was that retire from politics, because you were not destined to be the president of Nigeria.
Exactly.
And you will never be destined to be the president of Nigeria because you have been there. I'm sorry to achieve in this. It's not there. Because you have been there for good 8 years as the VP, what else are you still looking for? When you were there as the VP, though you may say you have a boss in your front, I believe if you have the love of Nigeria in mind, you should be able to work hand in hand with your boss.
Exactly.
Boss, so this is what is going to drive the economy of Nigeria forward. The impact would have been felt when you people were there. So what is it that you are coming to do that you have not done in the past?
Well, the group made the remark while appreciating the minister to the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike led G5 governors for sinking Atiku's ambition. A statement signed by Ohaneze's factional secretary general, Okechukwu Isiguzoro, said Atiku should retire from politics because he disregarded the zoning formula during the last presidential election. He also commended former President Olusegun Obasanjo, Afenifere's leader Ayo Adebanjo, who supported the Labour Party LP presidential candidate Peter Obi. The statement reads, partly, we express our heartfelt gratitude to former President Olusegun Obasanjo, Pa Ayo Adebanjo-led Afenifere, Dr. Pogu Bitrus led Middle Belt Forum, Pa Edwin led Pan Niger Delta, PANDEF, and all others who stood firmly in support of Mr. Peter Obi. Their unwavering commitment to the cause is commendable. Now, you know, these Ohanaeze people, if you check, what they're trying to do, they are not doing it for the whole of Nigeria. You see, this, you know, they talk about Biafra, talking about the man in the custody that was being released recently, Nnamdi Kanu. Yes. And, you know, they said it that they have a plan, a bigger plan in the future that they are planning for themselves, not to, you know, to separate themselves from the norms from Nigeria. Now, you see someone like President Olusegun Obasanjo supporting Peter Obi during the election, being a man from the Southwest, and, you know, them congratulating or trying to show appreciation for him supporting Peter Obi during the election. I don't know what they're trying to do, because I know they knew very well that Tinubu will never support anyone coming from that side except Wike, and it's because Wike is just being himself. He's not acting based on party, he's acting based on his personality.
Let me say this to the whole Nigerians, or to the whole world. Politics in Nigeria is a game. It's a game. It's only those people that doesn't know that it's a game where those that go to the extent of killing themselves. Obasanjo can support anybody. I might be here supporting somebody who is from the north. Do you know how many Yorubas that didn't support Tinubu?
Exactly, because I was surprised when Obasanjo didn't support Atiku, because they did this their tenure together.
It depends on choice. The choice, what you are seeing in the man that you are supporting might be different from what you are seeing in the man that you are not supporting. So don't let us look. It is here in Africa we do politics of hatred. It was never like that in the European country or in the US. Okay, you remember when Boris Johnson was here? There was an economy meltdown in the UK. What happened? His cabinet, out of forcing to retire, to move out from office. When he refused to move out from office, 16 of his cabinet retired one day. They left one day, telling him to retire. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he was forced. Then he has to step down for another person to come in. The woman that came in said if for 2 months that if the economy of UK is not boosted, that she's ready to go. That was the promise he made. After 2 months, nothing was done. The woman left. Another person came. But in Nigeria, we want to die.
Do or die affair.
Do or die affairs in Nigeria. So if the day we begin to see Nigeria, our politics as not do or die, is the day Nigeria will begin to move forward.
Well, they also made special appreciation to some Wike-led G5 governors for their instrumental role in sinking the ambition of Atiku Abubakar and the People's Democratic Party, PDP. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's lifelong ambition to become president has reached its conclusion. It is now the opportune moment for him to gracefully retire from active politics, recognizing that his age necessitates the sacrifice to salvage the PDP, which he externally damaged in 2015 by aligning with the APC to remove Jonathan, and internally in 2023 by disregarding the zoning formula that favored the Southeast and the Igbo people. You see, this Ohanaeze, they knew that if Atiku should become the president, it's going to be a problem on them. Because Atiku will never support anything they are doing. So they were just happy that Tinubu won the election. And even with the fact that they dragged Tinubu to the court, since the Supreme Court had made the victory known to the whole Nigeria that Tinubu won this election and no one can stop there. That's the final. So now they are happy that at least Atiku will be able to resign from politics.
They have their reason of saying that. So the advice to the VP, in fact, the VP should take note of that advice. Let him resign, because politics is not do or die affairs. The way the politicians of Nigeria are taking it, that if they are not on that seat, Can you remember that Ohanaeze came out to say if he doesn't want the senatorial seat, that he would have been in hypertension, he would have been he would have gotten hypertension by now. What's the meaning of that?
Well,
you don't understand what I'm saying.
That's
the day we begin to see it as not a do or die affair, the day Nigeria begin to move forward.
Well, let's move on to the next headline here. Still on the river crisis, because this river state it's getting out of hand. The crisis going on there. A man in the PDP axis said he was advising the governor of River State. He said, use executive power to run Wike out of town. Bwala tells Fubara. Now, a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Daniel Bwala, has urged River State Governor Sim Fubara to use the full weight of his executive powers to run the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, some Wike out of the town.
That was someone that was saying this. He has his own point of view. Maybe because of what happened in Edo State. You know, as Shomole wants to turn himself to Godfather in Edo
to Jagaban in Edo State.
Turn himself to Jagaban in Edo State. When this guy came on board, they had to send him back into. I don't know, be Lagos.
Well,
they send him back in. So that is what the guy was trying to. How is he going to achieve that if the house is not in
good order?
In good order.
Well, according to Bwala, the nation's democracy does not recognize authoritarianism. The statement followed as an ensuing crisis between Wike and the governor. Sim Fubara should use the full weight of his executive powers to run Wike out of town. Our democracy does not recognize authoritarianism, and the person voted as the executive governor and the chief security officer of River State is Fubara. Now, if someone is being, chosen by the citizen, voted in, officially as the governor of the state, and you are still, threatening this governor with security, someone that is the chief executive of security, you are threatening him with security.
Let me advise the governor. The governor should lie low and settle things amicably between him and his former boss.
The predecessor.
The predecessor. So if that is not done, Nigerian politics. Go and ask from those that have been on that seat before that have left that seat. That Wike is a member of PDP working with APC. Automatically, he is still ahead you. He's still ahead you. He has the support of the president, and they can do and undo.
But sir, I don't want to go with this because normally, being the governor does not mean you should not have your own idea on decision to make. As the governor of the state, at least you should be able to control things in your own seat.
He shouldn't have his own idea. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is this: you should try and understand Nigerian politics.
How, sir? Because now it seems you are backing.
It's not that I'm backing. There are some set of people that you can't rule out. That's Nigerian politics. If you rule them out, which means you are going nowhere.
So that is the reason why this country is not moving forward.
Yes, not until the constitution change. Then we have a moving Nigeria. The constitution has never changed. When Ambode was there in Lagos State, when they said it was in the hand of Tinubu that makes him not to read, Tinubu said it's not in his care because he said it's the voice of the people. What's the voice of the people? Who are there to vote when at the primary election? Well, is it your citizen that is going to vote at the primary election?
Well, what I'm trying to say is, if the constitution is not yet changed, at least there are some things that we should be able to fight together.
If you want to do that with me, which means you might have some set of people that is backing you up in the fight.
Well, even the house is not backing.
They're backing. Okay, who else is going? You see the masses, those people that are in the state that is coming there to fight on his behalf.
Well, according to the body of the news at official Abbott, is urged to be extremely careful with Wike before Wike ruins his government's image, both locally and internationally. Pibot should sack. This man is now trying to tell Bola Tinubu, president. He said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should sack Wike without delay. He wrote on the social media platform X on Monday, Bola further urged President Bola Tinubu to be extremely careful with Wike before he ruins his government's image, both locally and internationally.
That is going to happen. You remember when Wike was appointed as the minister for FCT, the Senate House told Wike, they ordered Wike that Wike should be submitting to them. You don't get what I'm saying, that he should be taking directive from them, that he should not be acting on his own. The president came out the following day to tell them that Wike is not just an ordinary FCT minister, also is personal assistance.
Wow. Wow.
So what are they saying?
That's interesting. Well, Tinubu was being advised by this man that calls himself one of the PDP member that he should be careful of Wike in Abuja so as not to, spoil the image of his government locally and internationally. Well, according to Daily Post, it was reported that an alleged move by some members of the State House of Assembly has been causing chaos in the state. There was also an explosion at the Assembly complex on Sunday night, following allegations of a plot to remove the governor. The governor also accused security operatives in the state of firing shots at him today. Firing shots at the governor today is what's my concern because
somebody is giving the order.
Who is giving this order?
They can't just do that. That's why I said the governor should go and settle things amicably with his boss, because there is no smoke without a fire. Okay, now, former governor of Rivers State is Wike, which is the minister for FCT. Now, he has his own office in Abuja. Nothing has to be done. Him coming back to his state to fight on the governor, because I don't know the reason. Are you a Nigerian? Yeah, surely. I'm a Nigerian. Yes. You are not into politics. I know you are not into politics, but go out there. Go and do your visibility study from those people who are in politics, so you will know what I am saying. And you will also be assured that what I'm saying is nothing but the real truth. But we can't continue like this, because I feel what it's actually causing this chaos between some Wike and Fubara. It's either something that Fubara did not want to do from his mind and Wike wants him to do it. So they should, although they should come to sit on the round table to talk about it, but then they should give, the governor should be given time and right to some things. Why will you be shooting a gun on your governor that is supposed to be the chief security head of the state? Yes, exactly. No, it's somehow. That is Nigerian for you. You see, Nigeria is like a field where players come into play. The players are those that are ruling the affairs of Nigeria. The ball are the masses, the Nigerians themselves. So the players directed the ball to wherever the ball needs to go. Yeah, that's true. Well, this is where we are going to be ending it on News Review today. Don't forget that the sponsor for this show is Nokpa Abbas and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. My name is Ahmed Abbas. You can call me Sidon J. And thank you so much, Ambassador Rilua, for joining us on the show today. Thanks for having me in the studio. All right, have a nice day.